everybody, this is Anisha and I'm going to Vietnam right now. I have gotten my boarding pass. I get my immigration done at the Kolkata airport since mine is the connecting flight, and there's a lot of rush today, so let's see what happens. So we are finally in the Delhi lounge, and trust me, the most easiest process for a lounge to exist is the Delhi airport. They don't irritate you. It's a very smooth process. They have a lot of people. It makes sense. But at many airports, they take a lot of time. So kudos to Delhi airport team. So we have finally exited our lounge, and they did not let me record anything, unfortunately. So we'll quickly go to our flight. Our boarding's gonna start. Guys, I can't speak in here, but in my flight, mosquitoes are there. So we have reached Kolkata airport. Our flight was late by 45 minutes. That's why we are just running in the whole airport, and we'll tell you all the things why it got lit and everything in some time. So finally we have done the immigration. We have started. I haven't run in my whole life this fast for everything. Immigration was pretty smooth, like they asked pretty basic questions, and
yeah, basically, Kolkata is not a very big international airport, so we were the only one to do the immigration. Otherwise, if it would have been Delhi, then it would have been a very big problem.
yes, because we thought immigration could have line, but no, and we got no time. We just did the immigration, went to washroom, and boarding was already started. So this is it. So we'll meet in Hanoi. Just landed in Hanoi and we are walking towards our immigration. It's 2 a.m. at the night, and in India it's 12:30. So we technically are 1.5 hours ahead. Okay, we'll show you what happens at the immigration. We'll let you know. Immigration is done, guys, and right now we are waiting for our bags, and they didn't even ask us any questions we were expecting, but it was pretty smooth and it was pretty quick. The whole airport is not very crowded, very less people are there, so everything is happening pretty fast. You know what's a cultural shock for Indians? Not getting jet in the washroom. I don't think so you know the intensity of it, but I already got it at the airport. So we just collected the luggage, we got our dongs, and we got a actually good price at airport, which we didn't expect it. We actually converted dollars. I can tell you the whole procedure later. So people, we are waiting in the waiting area. We didn't left yet because the taxis were pretty expensive. There were night charges, and it was already 3 a.m. So we thought we'll stay for some more hours and then we can go on to our hotel only. Now about the money exchange. If you're coming from India specifically and you want your INR to be exchanged, never do it from India. Trust me, you will lose money. So always bring dollars. Always dollars. You can even exchange a few dollars at airport only. Like we exchanged $30 something, and we just lost 80 rupees INR. So I thought it was a pretty great deal where I was losing 400 rupees in India for the Vietnamese dong. So it's the best deal. Talking about one more very important thing, which is your SIM. So I was very shocked to see here that there are SIMs which are data only, and there is no calling. So I was confused, like how will you log in into apps like Grab and everything, like how will they contact you? So it's very common here that people call on WhatsApp, Fiverr, and there are few more apps. That's what I remember. So I haven't bought a SIM yet. My friend already did. He got a free complimentary SIM from Neo Global, so he used that and he got 1 GB free. So we'll see what we'll do further and what can be done. And regarding Indian SIMs, if you have a Airtel SIM, it will automatically detect a network and you will start getting network very soon. Even if you use or not, you'll get network. But for Jio, I panicked a lot because Jio was my official SIM, and I thought, how will I log in into few apps which may have been logged out? Like how I'll get my OTP even for few cards and everything. So I was not getting signal in Jio at all, which was I legit freaked out, like what will happen. But then I researched and I got to know that you will have to log in into Jio app, go into account, and then you'll have to activate international roaming. It won't cost you anything, you'll just have to activate it, and after few minutes you'll start getting signals, you'll start getting SMS and everything, and your OTPs and everything. So if you just want your incoming SMS, it's free. But if you also want like calls and everything, they have multiple packages according to the country you are visiting, so you can recharge that as well. So that was my experience regarding the sim and everything. So our plan right now is to go via bus. Buses will start around 5. So right now it is 4 in the morning, so we'll have to wait for some more time, and then we'll reach our hotel and we'll talk later. So we are leaving for the city and we have got the bus because cab was super expensive, and we have saved around 2000 rupees, and this bus you can get directly outside of the airport, and
The bus number is 86. It goes directly to the Hanoi city center. So then you can book your cabs. It would be very cheap. And this bus service starts at 5:10 in the morning. So if your flight is like even in the late in the night, like 3-4, still you can catch the bus after a short break, because it's literally saves your $10 or more than that, actually $15. So yeah.
and it runs every 45 minutes, so you'll definitely get it.
And you can use Google Maps for that, because it tells you the right time. But if let me give you a tip, if it says 6:45 a minute, if it says 6:45, go 20 minutes before, because bus will be there and you can get a seat, so you don't need to stand as well, because it's going to take almost 1.5 hours to reach the city center, so it's better to have a seat, right? And yeah, the bus cost 45,000, which is very cheap if you compare it to the cabs and all.
Yes. So we have stopped in the old quarters and we were very hungry, so we wanted an Indian restaurant which is closed right now, and it will open in 15-20 minutes. So we were very hungry, so we stopped at a cafe to get a Vietnamese coffee. So I'll taste and let you guys know, and we'll catch you up guys later. Why this restaurant is not opening? So finally our Indian restaurant is open. The coffee which I had was not according to my taste, but who likes bitter sweet coffee, they will love it, cause and the milk content was very less. So that was my experience. I didn't like it that much, but it's very subjective. And we have finally came to the restaurant and we'll review the food. We have finally got our SIM from the Airtel store only. We got it for pretty cheap than airport and everywhere else. We got it for 2,50,000 dong, and we got around 8 GB per day. So guys, we have finally reached our hotel, but still not checked in yet because the lady is not there who has to check us in. But the view just outside us is super amazing. If you want to see, I can show you. And we have ordered a Coke. If you can see, it's a Vietnamese version. I don't know if the taste would be different somehow or like what. I love the presentation with the glass and everything. And rest when I'll check in, I'll show you. So guys, this is our hotel and that's our room. Let me enter inside and show you from inside. So we have got our room, and this is, I feel like this is the best 2000 INR I have spent on a hotel. I'll show you the hotel. This is the lift by which you directly enter into the room, and this is our bed. We have a very large almirah, and this is the view. Can you see how pretty this is? Now, moving forward, we have a little dining table, induction, rice cooker, microwave, and water, electric kettle, and strainer, cutlery, and cooking utensils. What else do you need? We have a fridge as well, and seeing the washroom. It has a jet. I told you guys we didn't get in the airport. And this is the washroom. I really love this hotel, and this is really like in front of the lake, so you can enjoy the view, you can enjoy yourself. And we haven't slept for more than 25-26 hours, so we are gonna rest now and we'll meet you later. So after resting for few hours, I'm totally pumped up and I have a very beautiful view behind me, so I'll talk with the view. And so if you're coming to Vietnam, first of all, like, you should carry majorly USD to get the best currency rate. And even if you get your currency as well, like for example, we had Indian INRs as well, which we got converted, and we only lost around 30 to 40 rupees, I feel like, which is very reasonable in comparison to what rate we were getting in airport, and in comparison to what we were actually getting in India for the Vietnamese dong. Like in India I was losing around 700 to 1000 rupees, but here only I lost 30 to 40 rupees, so it's a massive difference. And in USDs, any which ways, you will like you'll get the best rate. And in India we got like on so much of profit from my trip, so we got like the very very best rate here. So whenever you're coming, don't forget to carry USDs. And if you have new notes of dollars, they actually give you more better exchange rates than the older ones. Now, talking about the SIM card, like even the eSIMs are there. There are many apps right now which provides you eSIM, and you can activate it, and you will get many options at the airport as well, and many options in the city as well. So what's the best for you? I feel like what we have done is we actually went in the old quarters. We went to the Viettel store, and from there we bought it. First of all, we know it's genuine. Second of all, we got 8 GB per day for 250k dong, and I feel like which is pretty decent amount. That too, it's for a month. So even if somebody is coming here to stay for a month, I feel like that would be the best recharge which you can have done. According to me, never buy an SIM or eSIM from the airport. Always come to some area where you can buy from the actual Viettel stores. You can get maybe cheaper as well from other local stores as well, but you don't know at whose name the SIM has been registered and what was going on behind it. So I don't think so you're coming for a trip and you would want to risk it. So it's best way to get it from there, and it's actually not that expensive. You're getting it very cheap. Now, talking about if you're coming from India, like Airtel actually catches up signal pretty well, but for Jio you'll have to go and activate it. For me also this happened, so I thought it will be a learning. And while if you're coming to Hanoi first and then you want to go to your like old quarters or anywhere where you're staying, most probably I guess you'll be staying in old quarters only. So I would say, like, if you want to save money, take the bus. Like bus we got for around like 45k dong, which is way cheaper than the cab, which was 305k dong. So you can imagine, because I guess there was some airport fees and everything, so you can save money there as well. And from the place where we actually got our currency exchanged in Hanoi, I can drop the shop's name there. I feel like we got one of the best rates, and if you want to get the best rates, you can either go to that shop or always get it exchanged from a jeweler, like a gold jeweler or a silver jeweler. You will find many in old quarters. It's very common, so they will give you the best rate than anybody else. Talking about the food, in one day what we have observed is, if you are a vegetarian, you will face some issues. Even being an Indian, we went to an Indian restaurant as well, but the taste was very different than our palate. It was not exactly same, so we were a bit disappointed. But yeah, you can find vegetarian options, but you'll have to search diligently and ask them. They don't have the system of labeling things as vegetarian and non-vegetarian, so everywhere you'll have to ask. And there is a language barrier for sure here, so you can actually download Google Translate from English to Vietnamese in your phone. So many people use it, even the locals use it to communicate with you. And in bigger shops, like, you'll find there will be one or the other person who actually knows English, so you won't face that much of an issue. But yeah, this is something which you should keep in mind. And there's definitely a cash culture here, because you'll easily find people, like, you'll be giving cash to them. And cards also work pretty well here. I am using my Make My Trip ICICI credit card. If you want to know the details of it, I've already made an unboxing and benefits video on my channel. You can check it out. And I'm using it for the first time on my international trip, and I haven't faced any issue anywhere. I've used it in my bus, I've used it in a cafe, I've used it in the restaurant, and everywhere it works pretty well. So I didn't face any issue regarding card or cash. So yeah, if you have a good forex card which is supported here, definitely take it with you. So yeah, these were all the learnings which you should know before entering Vietnam. And so this was all for this vlog. This is our resting day today. We are gonna take rest, and from tomorrow onwards we are gonna travel. So our rough itinerary is, like, we'll travel. We are gonna explore Hanoi, then Ha Long Bay. We have some tours. Then Ninh Binh tour is there. Then we'll proceed to Da Nang, then Hoi An. After that we'll go to Nha Trang, and then we'll go to Ho Chi Minh City. We have a very nice 11-day trip, and stay tuned with me, as we are on a budget trip, and I'll tell you where you can get your cheapest things from, and when can you buy the best offers from. Is it online, is it offline, or which shop is it? I'll drop everything in the comment section. So if you're coming to Vietnam, stay tuned with me. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel. Until next vlog, this is Anisha signing off. Bye bye.